See how people tune in or not. I'm Cornelius, the little German leather maker. I almost had a Freudian slip. I almost said a lawful permanent resident, but no more. I'm a citizen of the United States of America. I was born in Germany, raised in Berlin, and I'm a proud, patriotic, America-loving, red-blooded American by now. I got a blue passport, and I'm a citizen by merit, as they call it. So welcome to my channel. I just got my channel approved by the YouTube authorities to ensure that I can do live streams. I got used to do live streams on Facebook, on the Facebook platform. Never got into YouTube and ended up doing live videos because I was constantly in Facebook jail. I was constantly put in Facebook jail by Mr. Zuckerberg. I mean, we're talking about years of sentencings, multiple lost accounts, yada yada, for speaking my mind and talking about issues that have been plaguing this community that I live in, Northern California, Humboldt County. Our county seat is Eureka, California. A place that is in a stranglehold by Sister Morphine, as I call it, for many years, with an entirely incompetent, highly corrupt leadership that is one of those agenda-driven ideologues on the hardcore neo-progressive left, way left of Bernie Sanders and Alexandria incoherently Cortez. That is where I live. That is where I have a little leather business that was attacked back in the days, viciously attacked via the local media through suit of at that point city council member, by now unfortunately mayor of the city of Eureka, California, Kim the Ding Dong Bergel, Bergel, trying to bar me from attending city hall council meetings in a government structure, city hall of Eureka, California. And she tried to bar me via a restraining order. That is by now years ago, or like 4, I'd say, gut feeling, 4 years. Those are the pleasantries you have to deal with living in an area that is thoroughly infested would be a nasty word, let's say, again, in a stranglehold of those neo-progressive freaks. And they pushed drag queen story hours on children in local elementary schools, Peninsula Elementary School, look it up, Peninsula Elementary School, Manila, California. They pushed needles, free needles, Soros-funded, Open Society Foundation, and government grant-funded one. And the left in Sacramento, you have some grants for free needles. Oh, those poor junkies. They steal your barbecue at night and get high all day with free needles. Yay! So Eureka is thoroughly, has a huge problem with the so-called homeless crisis, which is nothing but a drug epidemic in disguise. And the walls are crumbling. The Empress, our mayor, Kim Bergel, but in general, the Empress is butt naked and has a needle hanging on her arm. And those are the realities of California at this point. It is quite worrisome to see how the neo-progressive left just clamors on to their failed approaches and policies and want to perpetuate those in a cacophonia of destruction. Those people are nutcases. Those people are lunatics, unhinged lunatics. And as the old saying goes, socialism works until you run out of other people's money. We recently came across, or Doge actually came across, within days. Doge came across a front office, a dilapidated, abandoned office in the town of Arcata that had tunneled, and sucked more than $500 million through a fraudulent media company, media front, that was financing and teaching propaganda in dozens of foreign countries. I mean, total freaking ludicrousy. And that is what we're dealing with here. We're dealing with highly corrupt, on the front, on the surface, they pretend to be so altruistic and they pretend to be so kind and so caring. Wow, baloney sandwich. Those people are cold-blooded, opportunistic pieces of crap. Excuse me. But that's what it is. Pieces of crap. If you're wondering what I'm doing here, it'll be a vest, just like the one that I'm wearing. If you wonder where my harsh accent is from, I was born in Germany, but I am a proud American citizen. I love me my America. And I always say, you know, I'm talking locally. I've been addressing many issues, as the judge said in the lawsuit Burgell versus Loewenstein, most pressing issues that plague this community. And I got nothing but flack for it. And those that caused the crisis not only cannot offer the solution, but those that caused the crisis should be held accountable. I mean, wouldn't that be nice? To hold those clowns accountable? Politicians throughout history need to be held accountable, or they turn into despots and tyrants. And I know a thing or two about it. I was born in Germany. It is mind-boggling to see. And either you take on the cause of us, the people, or you don't. But I deal with so much, in quotes, good weather patriotism for many years now around here. People that proclaim they would be also patriotic. Truth of the matter is, they're going to declare our county seat, Eureka, California, a sanctuary city. It is already a sanctuary. You know, there is no persecution of any. They let 2 illegals go on the spot after arresting them with 4 pounds of fentanyl. I mean, this is the reality in this county. But nevertheless, people have to resist it, and people have the obligation to fight. We can't leave it all to the big guy in D.C. We got to take care of our own crap to a large extent, because you can't expect, and we always say we want the federal government to be reined in and to be small and to not be bloated. And so subsequently, we have to take care of many of our local issues on a local level. I mean, the fact that they will stop any federal funding for Eureka is a good thing in my opinion. If they go ahead and declare Eureka a harbor, harboring criminals, harboring fugitives by the dozens or hundreds at least, or potentially hundreds. It's mind-boggling to think. But you know what? As I always say, as long as the American people don't rise up, the amount of tyranny you live under is the amount of tyranny you keep up with, to paraphrase Thomas Jefferson. We, the American people, see, I was hoping that the debacle of the 2020 election would have caused us to be at least more cautious and engaged and guardians of our constitutional republic. And the last thing we want is that we all become complacent and compliant and think that somebody else far, far away from here would take care of our business, because he can't. We have to carry that spirit of making America strong, proud, great, safe, glorious, all of the above, It's our duty to do that. Because you remember, we are a government of and by and for the people. The country is made out of us, the people. Yeah? This is your land, this is my land, from California to the, so, we sure do live in interesting as well as troublesome times, it seems. Yep. Let me check that. What do we got here? Huh? That's love. Yeah, so if you're wondering, I'm making a vest. A motorcycle vest, to be precise, in the so-called California club style. Ooh, yeah, baby. Same thing that I'm wearing. And I never have enough office clamps. Because office clamps are like little hands. They help you with the leather making. They really do. Let's see how I put it in the machine, just like that. So that should work. I gotta love it, love it, love it. Gotta fit the lining in well. Let's look. Will that work? Gotta fit somehow, as they say. There you go. Got it done. Let's shove it through. Fire the big girl up. Nothing like the Adler. Nothing like the Adler, I tell ya. Nothing like it. I love that machine. As you can tell in here, I love that machine. My other machines are currently sick. I got two sick embroidery machines standing here. One eye damaged by my own idiocy. So, gotta wait for a part and hope and pray that it's the right part, but I think it is. And then hope and pray that she will run again smoothly. Hey. I'm telling you. It's a trip. It's a trip. It sure is a trip. See, that whole issue of being an immigrant. Yeah, you come to a country and again, I embrace America wholeheartedly, but it comes with unique perspectives and experiences. Yeah? So it's a trip. I've seen things and experienced things that I never thought I would, and that I would have never had seen and experienced if I wouldn't have come to America. It gives you a rather unique view coming in from the outside and then assimilating to the inside. It's a trip. Always needle down. Always put the needle down. Yeah. Yep. Gotta love it, gotta love it. Or don't do it. I love my trade. As I always say, I had good times with it, I had difficult times with it, but it always fed me. Sometimes good, sometimes not so good. But the labor of my two hands has always filled my fridge. It gave me shelter and gas in the tank and the means of survival. Tricky, tricky, tricky. Tricky, tricky, come here, you little bastard. Tricky. Yep. And a big sewing machine like this one here, it's just like a motorcycle. Yeah, you don't want to open up the throttle too fast. Or you don't want to open up the throttle too, you don't want to just open up the throttle. You want to be gentle on that pedal. In that case, it's not a pedal, it's not a throttle, it's a pedal. But nevertheless. So with all the controversy going on, I actually wanted to most likely talk about the recent press conference that we saw yesterday going real sideways in the White House. As many other people said, it was the first time that dude faced a determined leader who stood up for his nation and his people. Zelensky claims that he defends himself and his nation against the aggressor Russia out of national interest. That's why you defend the country. That's why you have secure borders, hopefully, God willing. But we have financial interest over there. Well, they borrowed quite a bunch of money from us. So it'll be an interesting development. And also, if he refuses to pay their debt to America, how America will get that money back, to put it friendly. How will America ensure that the debt to its people is being repaid by Ukraine at a certain point, now that the deal is done? So, yep, interesting times we're living in. And if you are interested in the perspective of a German immigrant to America, feel free to check in here once in a while and visit me online while I do my commentary. And if you disagree, you're more than welcome. Free speech is what I claim for myself, so the only thing is just don't get too disrespectful, vulgar, or threatening, because we don't take lightly to neither nor are any of the above. Be safe, be free, be proud, be happy, I'd say. And let's see how that thing works. Does it?